Where, oh, where, oh, where is our James Connolly?
Inequality also lays at the heart of the present economic crisis. While the banks and the financial institutions who created that crisis as a result of their own selfish pursuit of ever-increasing profits have been bailed out to the tune of billions of euros, ordinary working families are penalised by wage cuts, redundancies and cuts to essential public services across all sectors, in education, in health and in public housing. As I said earlier, today many lay false claim to the mantle of James Connolly. There are many political parties who claim to be his inheritors, but who ignore his legacy. Those same parties today support private finance initiatives and public-private partnerships. They have overseen the increased levels of poverty throughout this island. They have accepted the continued British presence in the north and the institutions of partition. The leadership of the Irish trade union movement, which Connolly invested so much of his time and energy in building, have also failed to take up his political legacy at a time when the working class is under its greatest attack and the need to defend workers' rights should be paramount. Instead, they collude and they are complicit in limiting the rights and the entitlements of workers through their acceptance and endorsement of so-called social partnership in order to suit the demands of big business. Comrades, both the 1916 proclamation and the democratic programme laid down the parameters and the foundation blocks by which we as Republicans can build and create a new Ireland, which Connolly and his comrades had envisaged. It would be an Ireland with no British interference, no British troops, no British police, no repressive legislation and no British border. A 32-county Irish Republic from which, in James Connolly's words, we will not only remove the British flag, but from which we will also remove that whole array of capitalists, landlords, financiers, the whole array of commercial and individualist institutions that have plundered and profited off the backs of the ordinary working people on this island for too long, and who together with their puppet politicians in Leinster House and Stormont have helped create and maintain the economic, social and political injustice which we see around us today. It will be a 32-county Irish Republic, comrades, wherein we take back possession of the vast wealth of natural resources that lie off the coast and below the soil of this island, resources which have been given away for free to greedy multinationals by corrupt politicians, where we will nationalise our gas, oil and mineral resources and use the surplus proceeds from those resources for the direct and collective benefit of all the people and not just for the benefit of a selective few. A 32-county Irish Republic built upon the principles of equality, fraternity and liberty, which can become a beacon of hope and an inspiration to those involved in other national liberation struggles elsewhere in this world. Comrades, a republic based on such principles is not a pipe dream. The resources and the potential do exist to build such a republic. There is a growing desire amongst the Irish people for an alternative type of society from that which is preferred by both the old and the new established order in Ireland, which has failed the people of this country time and time again in the past, and which is failing the people of this country again today. The template for such an alternative society is to be found in the thoughts and the words and the ideals of James Connolly. As he correctly insisted, the national, economic and social liberation of Ireland are bound together. We cannot achieve true freedom unless we combine and achieve all three elements. The lessons are very clear. We cannot and we will not create a new society through reform or through compromise. Every pro-establishment party, whether they are in government in Leinster House or Stormont, or who are seeking power in those partitionist institutions, have no solution to the current political, economic or social injustice which affects our country. Instead, they all propose different methods of managing the crisis within the system. What they fail to recognise is that the problem lies not in how the system is managed, but in the system itself. a system foisted on this country by the British through armed occupation, colonisation and partition, an occupation and colonisation which 93 years after the Easter Rising still has not been ended. The real issue at the heart of this country's problem lies with the failure to achieve full political, social and economic freedom and justice for this country and its people. Managing the present partitionist, imperialist and capitalist system will not work and will not achieve freedom. Replacing that system will. Settling for anything less than the complete achievement of that task was never an option for the man whom we honour and remember today. It should not be an option for us, comrades. Our task will not be an easy one, but we have already commenced it by reorganising and rebuilding new networks and new alliances with other progressive and radical forces in order to try and bring about revolutionary change in this country. We must be prepared to act as a catalyst to the struggles of our people, north and south, to develop a comprehensive programme of actions aimed at building a mass participatory movement, whilst at the same time raising the popular level of political and social consciousness. There is a massive potential which can be developed if we are prepared to take the political responsibility that goes with that. And one of those responsibilities, as James Connolly clearly demonstrated throughout his lifetime, is to give voice and leadership to the people. There is a duty on each and every one of us, not only to identify, but to actively participate in the everyday struggles of the people in our communities and our workplaces. There is a duty upon us all to marry and to weld each facet of those various struggles into one single struggle capable of achieving true national liberation. The way to achieve that, comrades, is to educate, to agitate and to organise. It was the path well trodden by Connolly. It is the path which can lead us to freedom and to the Socialist Republic. Bergie, Bua, comrades, Arai Lin Lehela.
Where is our James Connolly? Where is that gallant man? He has gone to organise the union, that working men might yet be free.